Majority. We've got the USA chance for, of course, a very American roster. I mean, Liquid built a lot of fans from that fan base back in the day, but I think it's a bit of a stretch. But hey, we'll give it to you guys. Let's see, can Liquid take game 2, or will LGD force that very, very nervous deciding game number 3? We find out now as the teams enter the fields of Dota.
So the Matumba Man mid lane Broodmother, if you haven't seen it, you might think this is a pushing hero, at least traditionally that's how it's played, but Matumba Man plays at a very economy base. You'll see him litter wards all across this mid lane. You see 4 ancient camps next to the mid lane. He will farm all of them. He will walk into his own jungle with the kind of the lines of webs he'll build across the map and just farm camps after camps after camps. The lane 1v1 matchup versus Timbersaw might not be the best. Like, he can't really harass and kill the Timbersaw because of reactive armor. But there's nothing the Timber can do about stopping Broodmother just farming all of their map. I think this, like, it doesn't look like it's a late game draft, but I think this Broodmother has some very, very strong late game power.
Let's see if she can get there, as Liquid are going to be running that off-lane Mind Control Venomancer. LGD setting up with, at least initially, the defensive tri-lane. We'll see Mind Control getting snared a bit here, but should be okay. Just want to control these bounty runes early for LGD. And of course, it is going to be a safe lane Huskar. So, you know, oftentimes with the Huskar, you really do look to, can anyone pressure him in the lane? Is there any way to slow down that armlet timing? But a solo Batrider Lumi,
no,
that is not going to slow him down.
In fact, I wonder how 011 is going to lane it himself. I think he might need to stack for himself and perhaps jungle a little bit, because
it's kind of pick your poison, right? Like the Timbersaw, you know, obviously can lane well against the Broodmother, but they don't really have anyone left to deal with the Huskar in lane anyway.
Yep. Also, this is a very awkward laning pairing for LG on the bottom side of the map. You got a Death Prophet, very strong laner, but definitely needs a ton of levels to kind of propel ahead with the Spear Siphon as well as the Crypt Swarm. So
it looks weird. Like, Death Prophet always goes mid. I can't even recall the last time I've seen her not in the mid lane, but I don't know that there's a better setup for LGD.
Yeah, they, like,
what are you going to do, send the Death Prophet off lane? That sounds hard.
They got double cheese, so you're going to have to do something back. You even have teams like OG, they put their safe lane player mid to play Death Prophet, because Ana in that team is like not really comfortable.
Oh, they are setting up here in the bottom lane, looking for Mind Control early. Fissure coming through, but the Spirit Siphon still going. Is it enough for maybe just one auto attack short? It looked like. Still Mind Control slinks away.
Yeah, was not in position for a good Fortune's End to extend the chainsaw.
This mid lane is going very well for Ame early on anyway, as he's off to the 8 CS mark. Obviously, there's going to be some Spiderling last hits here as the game moves along, so the creep score can be a little deceiving, but for now it is going well.
Top lane, 011 struggling as expected. One of the best way to zone out the Batrider in support is the Dazzle. It's Poison Touch and give him the right click. If the Batrider turns on you, your Huskar is going to come up and help you out. So, not sure exactly what 011 is going to do here.
For now, it's just suffer quietly and hug the tower. That is the call from him. Get the early levels. We're going to see Matumba Man ramping up the Spiderling army, using them for some last hits.
The one good thing that Ame is getting out of this lane is that a lot of time, for example in this case, like the Broodmother Spiderling could just right-click the enemy mid-hero, but of course he's got the reactive armor, so he's not going to even care about that. As we have a little bit of D-War ward. Does it not clip the sentry on the mid lane? I guess not.
The tricks of the angle, perhaps. Liquid, meanwhile, rotating the Earthshaker around. He's going to lumber towards top here. This could well be the first blood. 11 does have the Firefly. He tries to back away. Fissure holding it. 11 will back off.
Obviously,
good effort by GH, but this time unable to find the kill. In fact, could be in a tiny bit of danger here. 11 wants
Firefly's ending soon, so
not going to pursue, but does secure the bounty rune after the stack.
Broodmother cutting in from the mid lane to the camps on the side, already farmed a Centaur camp. And it's so easy for, like, if Matumba Man expects a gank coming, he'll just do what he's doing now. It's just ultra safe. So he's just going to out-farm your mid eventually, and there's not much you can do about it.
Really is the beauty of the new map configuration with the way the jungle camps have been moved around over the last year and a half or so, that there's just so many places Bird can send the Spiderlings mid. You mentioned the 4 ancient camps. There's also some smaller and easier to kill ones early.
Yeah.
So it does give you a lot of options to stay relevant, even if you have a disadvantaged matchup against a hero early.
Oh, Levin's going to try to pour it out. Is there going to be Fissure? Oh, just a little bit
tried
late.
to time it just right.
I think he was thinking that the Bat Rider was kind of juking up there, and then the Bat Rider just poured it out.
Playing with fire. And they do set mind control here off to the jungle, at least for now.
Yep.
So not going to try to lane bottom. They are giving that freely to the DP, who is still a bit behind in the CS department all the same. That one less creep.
Oh, bounty.
So looking forward, Lumi, obviously Liquid are a fantastic Roche lineup. They have Huskar, they have the Veno, and they have Brood. And the new Brood build for Matumba Man is just rushing this Desolator straight off.
Yep.
See Ame pressuring GH here. He's going to chain forward. Does he commit for this? Does he try? The Fissure comes through. GH knows there's a bit of danger. It's a level 3 reactive armor.
This game, it really comes down to how well LGD could deal with pressure. It is so important to keep your mid-tier 1 alive, because if you do lose that mid-tier 1, one thing that we always talk about is losing map control. But if you lose map control against this Broodmother, then he starts to farm your jungle. And
then Huskar's taking Roshan, Veno's
and taking tier 1s and tier 2s. And we saw LGD when they got 0-2 by Virtus Pro. One thing that Virtus Pro did very well was apply pressure everywhere on the map, such that you had to keep reacting via TP scrolls and whatnot, and just pull you apart. And I think with this draft, that's exactly what Team Liquid is going for as well.
Ame could be the glue that holds them together, as he is having a great start here, still mid. Oracle trying to get those levels with maybe bottom. So mind control back to the lane now. You see that dance between woods and lane, trying to consistently keep the farm up, stay safe. GH continues his roaming now back to the bottom. And see Matumba Man, as you mentioned before, just every chance he gets, he'll take a pit stop in the woods, keep the farm up, keep the economy as strong as possible for Liquid. All the while, the first timing they're looking for here is the armlet, and Miracle getting close to it now, just needs the 2 last small components. But while he's waiting for that, LGD are wrapping around. They're actually pressuring the Liquid tower pretty rapidly, so trying to convert this good start as GH will show himself in the lane here. Could be in danger. Fissure coming through. Broodmother joining the fray momentarily with the Spiderling army. But LGD come from behind. Can they lock him down? They try to burst him. Chaining over the top. Ame scores the first blood. Does Liquid get any revenge? They're going to send the Spiderling army after them. These things can pack a punch. Victoria.
Delta split time. Look for TP out.
And is going to be allowed to walk away for now.
I mean, these 3 heroes don't have a stun, right?
One thing Liquid are lacking, yeah, it's just about to mention. They have just the Earthshaker.
Oh, no.
Very light on stun.
Yao jukes to the right. He's going to get found out. It's time to buy some space, buy items if you need to.
Boots! My boots!
Oh, no boots for him.
My kingdom for a shoe.
Buy TP scroll, buy wards. All right, he lost like 50 gold. I don't think he lost any, actually. I'm not sure.
Well, he lost an early
very
boots
little
timing, that's for sure.
They lose the boots, yeah.
But look at this mid lane. Timbersaw's just hitting the tower. He's actually about to take it. The glyph comes out. This is unusual to see a Brood getting pushed down this early. Can Ame get the last hit? The Fissure comes through. GH looking for the deny.
Oh,
he gets it. No, it's just GH. Quick double club. Denies that tower, but it's still the tower down.
So the only time that Matumba Man struggled on the mid Brood was versus, I believe, a Bristleback. A Bristleback very similar to what Timbersaw is here. Like he just doesn't really care about the spider harass.
And if you leave them in the lane to harass, he kills them.
Yeah, he keeps kind of pressuring your spiders and then pressure your tower. And that's why we saw Team Liquid last banning that Bristleback in this draft. But the Timbersaw last pick was very, very smart. Because if you put DP against this, DP is already dead 2 times and you have lost your tower by now. So
we'll see how it works out later in the game. But considering they only had about 30 seconds to figure out something that counters 2 cheesy heroes,
pretty impressive.
It's impressive that they're even having a shot at this point.
In fact, they are in the lead.
Dire Scan just missing Victoria.
This ward is
right out of range. And he's about to see Kuro. Everything going right.
I don't know if you want to tower dive next to a Huskar, though.
That is dangerous. But they seem content to kind of leave these 1v1s, Lumi. They're doing fine in them for now. The Death Prophet actually...
rotation coming up, but this ward is going to spout out the TP. It will scout out the smoke.
Could be big. They are bringing 4 to the lane, including the Death Prophet. With Exorcism ready, Liquid are just abandoning their tower.
And they're losing out so much. Look at Mind Control. He noticed that the TP is out, so he immediately rushes forward and starts slamming down wards. He's going to just pressure this tower.
LGD want to take this engagement. Miracle jumping in first. The Fissure coming through, trying to interrupt the Oracle. Exorcism committed, but they down already. They will lose him. And the ultimate of the Death Prophet. Now the chase forward. Enchantum connects. They're looking for extra kills. Liquid bait the trap. They get 2. They want a third. Looks like 11 will be able to retreat. Miracle roasting a bit.
Not only did they get
That was
two,
the armlet debut.
they also put Exorcism on a cooldown. Whenever you use Exorcism, you better win a big team fight or you get a building out of it. They get neither. Ame forced to TP bottom because Mind Control was pressuring it, which allows mid lane to be free again. LGD starting to get stretched apart a little bit here. They still have kept that mid-tier 1 alive, which is the critical building, but even though it's only score 1 to 3, there's a lot of pressure that LGD is facing right now.
They just know one key mistake, not just that fight top, but maybe one more, and all of a sudden Liquid are threatening that tower mid. They're going to fish here, though, with the turret on the mid lane. They find GH, and now maybe moves forward, trying to TP away the X, reeling him back in. LGD, they've got the abilities they need. The club, not enough. Down he goes. So a nice kill for LGD. They keep things close here. They still hold these towers for now. They did rotate the Timbersaw to bottom. And he's just going to hold serve as he becomes the siege engine, Lumi. He just goes from lane to lane, hitting towers. How do Liquid deal with that, man? He's already picked up a hood.
He'll get to do this until the Huskar start laying Fire Spirit into him.
Speaking of that, Huskar diving onto 11, roasting the bat. Normally, fire is his friend. Don't touch the stove while it's hot. Down he goes. Yao also dropping in the meanwhile, so 2 kills for Liquid as they strike back rapidly.
Ame under the tower, but perhaps baiting for Liquid to commit onto him. There is a Kunkka just waiting.
Another thing to note is this Deso timing is very fast because it's naked Deso. So
he's got it. 10 minutes in, Deso.
Even as tanky as the Timbersaw is, especially if you catch him away from a creep wave while the reactive armor stacks are down, he becomes a lot more killable with this.
Yeah. Also opens up things like Roshan sneaks. Very possible when you're applying so much pressure all over the map.
And the standard build from Matumba is straight into an Echo Saber. Then normally we'll see some sort of boots upgrade or potentially a BKB if he just wants to be able to take team fights.
He also likes Mask of Madness quite a bit. He is going to be rushing towards it after the Desolator.
All right.
But one of the most important hero I want to be mentioning is the Kunkka. We saw Victoria played it pretty beautifully for the first half of the last game. But this game, he needs to have a very high level of X marks a spot to gank that Broodmother. In the game where I mentioned earlier where the Broodmother struggled against that Bristleback, the other part of the component was having, again, a very high level Kunkka in that game as well to punish Matumba Man over and over again as you try to farm these jungle camps, you keep ganking.
Oh, there's a dire scan revealing somebody lurks behind Ame. This tower going down as well. Radiant Glyph being forced out in the meanwhile. The
look at the spider on the mid lane.
In the mid lane.
Oh, extermination!
Roasting all of those spiders. Matumba Man even coming back into this. There's a lasso available. Committing the ult. Backup is coming.
Remember we kept saying that 011 has the hardest lane? Look at his net worth. He is #1 right now. I guess a little bit thanks to the fact that he just roasted about 25 spiders. He's got the blink as well.
Yeah, 90 CS already for him. Granted, a lot of spider lanes, but still up here near the top of the net worth charts. Obviously, this can cause problems for the Broodmother if she's out too far. Now with the Blink Lasso, once it is picked up, they might be able to find some pickoffs. And 11 is looking for exactly that, but not the Brood. It is the Veno, another one of those nasty, vile creatures that Liquid have. And they're going to find Mind Control here, coming in with the Chakram, chaining forward, Torrent follow-up, big commitment, they'll get the kill. Liquid already, though, they're into the Roche pit.
Yeah. I mean, you got a kill, but it's a Venomancer, a third position Venomancer. It just shows you that LGD, they have this Bat Lasso, they want to use it. At the same time, the Huskar is such a tough gank. The Broodmother, you have no idea where she is.
Scan reveals it. It's not a fast enough Roche that it's out of the realm of possibility. LGD could try for a steal, but they're not really moving towards the pit. They'll finally TP in the Timbersaw. He would love to jump in, but a bit too slow. Liquid do snag the Aegis. Still, they might even fight him. Miracle feeling awful ballsy.
He's got vision, so he's not afraid. This ward is giving him all the vision he needs.
If he runs into the Timbersaw, he is going to lose that Aegis very quickly.
Or you run into a hero and you just kill him because you got the Dazzle backup. The Torrent will hit. Maybe it's still alive right now.
Siphon keeping him alive. He gets the bonus armor. They're not able to kill him off. Now Kuro's out of position. He goes down. Miracle diving deeper and deeper. Really wants this kill. He dunks in again. A double dunk. Special nets him the kill. Still, though, they did lose their Dazzle. On the high ground, they've got the vision pumping the spears into that Bat Rider. Where's Timbersaw? Ame is here, but he's relatively low in the mana department. It doesn't want to dive onto Miracle.
All the meanwhile, this is creating so much space. Matumba Man takes the mid-tier 1 finally, and now he's going to start putting webs all over your jungle, and it's going to be really tough First, a web next to the Ancients. He'll farm that.
Filthy.
And now the pressure happening on the bottom side as well. We've seen a lot of ratting from Team Liquid, but this is just yet another way of, well, not exactly ratting, but just putting pressure everywhere on the map that, how do you respond? Where do you respond?
And you have to respond quickly. The second that gank is revealed bottom, it's instantly, they're already into the pit.
Oh.
And now they're looking for more. Miracle, he'll be the tempo setter here. Looking for dive opportunities. These deep wards could be problematic, and maybe they're about to find again. Very killable. Jump forward. Miracle, give him another.
And again, they ping out immediately that there is a ward on that high ground, but lose a kill. They will lose the bottom tier 1 to Team Liquid as well.
Good luck de-warding, though. That's the issue, right? It's so early, like you're not really going to be able to buy a gem on anyone.
Yeah.
And Liquid are setting up shop in your woods.
They're just afraid to walk uphill. They ping out
11's going to try for it. He might just go down.
Okay.
This
He blinks
cliff
away.
is a no-fly zone.
I think that Napalm might have got like a vision of one hero, and it's like, oh god, let's get out.
Miracle's just waiting to pounce.
Yeah.
It's just camping them. Keeping them deep within their spawn. The one hero who can freely move about the map, it feels, is that Timbersaw. But now he starts to slip behind a little bit in the net worth department, Lumi.
I wouldn't say he's slipping behind, but more so the Brute is surging ahead. Like Brute is farming half the map by himself, which is...
LGD forced to play tower defense now. They do have their Kunkka mid turn, desperate to get his ultimate as Miracle lurks in the wings. They're gonna bang the bongos.
That Rider.
Look for that jump opportunity. Miracle, he wants to dunk, but not really on Ame.
That Rider finally gets the ward killed.
Much easier to posterize Victoria, and that's who he's gonna find. Hey, Kunkka.
He blinks in, he wants to initiate, but he gets ankle slam.
Interrupted, canceled by the totem, and now Ame joining the fight, but Miracle's happy to fight within. Chakram's not enough, he's got a chain away. Liquid are on the hunt. And they get another kill. LGD, you mentioned pressure. Now it's feeling very difficult to get out on the map. Liquid's master plan,
I think LGD
coming together.
Absolutely crumbling. Kunkka just walks into a part of the map where he doesn't have vision, so he dies. The Bat Rider jumps in, gets owned, and then the Timbersaw also goes in, but missing every one of his spells. I just feel like Team LGD, they want to look for a fight, but they just are unable to get the right numbers at the right place and the right vision to back it up.
One game away from a date on the final day. Liquid are close. Sure, they lost those tier 1s early, but now they're up a lot. 7,000 gold advantage, map control edge, momentum in the series. Can they end the game? Will LGD be able to drag this out? Can they stall? Can they find pickoffs? Where are those openings for LGD?
Shaker walks around, sees Ame. Don't know if you want to go for that kill. I do want to say that right now, LGD, they're itemizing very smartly against what they're seeing. You see the, hold that thought, Victoria's going to die at the exact same spot.
Slam jam, thank you, man. Miracle grabs another. Easy for him. LGD, this is a no-go zone. They cannot be going to that southern side of the map, Lumi.
I mean, just look at the vision that LGD has right now. They have one ward next to the mid and have one ward on essentially a useless part of the map right now for them. And every time their support just walks up the hill, they just die. Bat Rider finally adds a little bit more vision on the right side of the map, but as they're doing this, Team Liquid takes down yet another important map control building.
This is the beauty of the Huskar. When he gets to this stage of the game, has the level 3 inner vitality, he can just become the siege engine. And unless somebody jumps in, could have been a quick way to delete that Aegis.
Or not.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mind Control going for the TP out. Can 11 find something? Just short. Mind Control's gone. And the tower is down. Last hit to Matumba. Still Liquid gaining steam. They are close. One outer tower remaining. You know the next Roche is on the agenda for Liquid. 3,500 gold up on Matumba, man. That slightly difficult matchup early, it really hasn't phased him whatsoever.
Yeah. One thing that the panel pointed out is that neither of these teams have excellent late game heroes. You know, you're looking at Huskar on one side and you know, the Timbersaw on the other. But I think the way I want to look at it is that Team Liquid is reaching their late game much faster. They're able to take all over the map. They're able to take objectives. and they're getting way more goal out of it.
They're
As
trying
we
to
see
make a move
Victoria.
here. Mind control on the high ground, though. The torrent coming through. Boat to connect. Can they bring this Venom down quickly? Silence as well. Spirit Siphon not enough. He gets pushed away. Backing up to safety on the high ground. Now LGD need to retreat. Dunking in. Miracle. Give him another. He wants more. One, maybe two. Timber can't bring him down yet. He is fighting in the shocker, but the Grave comes through. Countering it perhaps is the false promise on maybe, but no. It's another for Liquid. The hits just keep on coming. LGD 4 down.
Fight selection, LD. Walked up the hill.
How do you find a good fight? That's the tricky thing. Like Liquid they have the vision advantage. They seem to have the raw damage output advantage. It's just so much easier for them to take fights, and LGD are desperate.
They walked up a hill to fight next to the enemy shrine. Granted, there was no shrine, but you're lacking vision. And of course, so easy for Kuroki to sit in a very safe spot on the back line, weave up your whole team, apply Grave, the GH Blink Dagger. Wow. I mean, LD, you say, how do you find the fights? You gotta take your Bat Rider, you gotta smoke, and you gotta find that Dazzle. Kill him fast, and then just move on the rest. Lasso
Liquid in the
on
middle
the mid
lane.
lane.
Maybe they've overextended a bit. Silence comes
Burst
through.
him down.
They look to squash the boat, but
BKB, Grave!
stands strong. Matumba Man forcing them backing away. Miracle joining the party. Armlet toggling, and now has that halberd completed.
Everyone's relatively low. Can they actually make a chase here?
Liquid need to make sure they don't give up any kills. This could be an opportunity for LGD to get outside the base. Roche could be up in as little as 1 minute. It is a massive advantage they've accumulated, Lumi. 11,000 gold at only 20 minutes. But in some ways, it does feel just a tiny bit tenuous if they overextend. These heroes do have to dive. That's the nature of a Broodmother. It's the nature of a Huskar. You have to go in deep and commit to find kills. That's perhaps where LGD can try and turn it. But Liquid are now slowing it down, playing it safe. They recognize there's still a tier 2 top. They'll take that down.
I mean, if you want to play it really safe as Team Liquid, you could just stand in front of a building and hit it, like what they're doing right now. And that also applies to the high ground. This is how we always see game ends with Huskar. He just slowly hits your buildings. You can't really go on him because he's either got a Dazzle or an Oracle.
I just look at LGD, and my big question is, like, can Timbersaw carry? Because right now, this Death Prophet doesn't feel like a core. She's got 5,800 net worth. She gets dunked every fight. Basically, they blow the false promise, and when that ends, she's dead. So it feels like it's all in Timbersaw, but as the panel brought up, like, Timbersaw is your hard carry. That's a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple of good looks, but just missing chains, missing his combos a little bit. Granted, it is hard to play Timber when you don't have the vision, or you have to worry about the explosive damage that's coming out from things like Shaker, as well as just right clicks from Huskar.
And your way back in the game is going to be this Bat Rider finding openings, but 11 might actually get punished here. Mind control, ushering him away with a Poison Nova. Back to the well with you, sir. And the thing is, like, those Venom wards, those Spiderlings are just scouting every movement the Bat Rider tries to make.
And we're getting to the point in the game where I mentioned earlier where Matumba Man is going to start kind of constrict where you could farm. You don't have a jungle anymore. And Liquid, even if they're not comfortable pushing up the high ground now, they could just wait. They have the map control. They could wait for the next Aegis. They could wait for just keep on farming. You could wait till Matumba Man to get 6 life if you want, because the way I'm seeing this game going, LGD is unable to get out the map. They're unable to get farm. And a lot of the farm right now is going into items that help them survive and not help them kill Broodmother or Huskar.
You see Mind Control just constantly laying down the wards, and 11 trying to match him, but he might get caught out here. Look for the jump. Miracle, he's close.
Okay.
He's close. He's in there, baby, onto 11. And 11 is down. Another death for him. LGD, they keep on trying to leave the base. They keep on trying to fight. But Ame looking for the commitment here, trying to bring Miracle down. Miracle keeps on going in deeper, keeps on committing further. He even fights directly into this ultimate of the Death Prophet. False Promise dropped early, but there's the Grave. Look for the counterplay. They're fighting right on top of the enemy shrine, and they just don't care. Perhaps they should. They've lost Miracle. Now the Echo. GH finding the counter. 3 have fallen. Still the Exorcism going.
The mid-rax is down!
Maybe
it doesn't matter!
The Rat continues. It's a triple kill.
Look at mid! Look at bottom!
He hasn't actually taken the full bottom lane, but the mid lane is completely eviscerated. Mind Control's gonna fall. It's a trap for LGD.
I was looking, why the hell is Team Liquid fighting at the shrine? The shrine wasn't even tapped. He could easily activate a shrine with Oracle. And then I look at mid. I was like, oh my god, it's a Broodmother taking over your whole base. Broodmother says nothing to it. Let me go farm some Ancients afterwards. What a disastrous turn of event. And of course, Team Liquid could just go back for the Roche. as is available now, what can LGD do?
We thought it was hard to leave their base previously, but they might find another kill, walking the Venomancer down, Flame Break back in. With this kind of lead, it is a lot of gold to be giving up, but Lumi taking a lane this early, when you already have the better map control lineup, makes things very dicey for LGD.
Yeah, we're going to watch this fight one more time. And just look at the minimap, right? The Grandmother is doing his thing. And it almost doesn't even matter how this fight goes for Team Liquid. They will lose Miracle. But, you know, they win the war, right? So
Base grade.
yeah, Miracle's just laughing. It's like, got racks.
Yeah, Liquid one step closer now. Still 2 lanes to go. And Roach will certainly aid them in that quest as they commit. We'll take this Aegis, grab the cheese. Diffusal Blade now picked up on Matumba Man. Cheese hitting the deck and one step closer to the game. Miracle urging his teammates on. Do they just go in again? This time, do we do it the good old-fashioned way? Headlong, or do we see more split push?
They could also do it in a way where you put 4 on the top.
Kuro, being a little bit of danger here. Big chain forward from Ame. He's going to commit for this, but Kuro is pretty tanky. Stays alive, diving in deeper, whipping on the chains though. Now comes the boat. Kuro just pushed away to safety, jumping in again. Miracle starting to heat up. He's heating up. He's, not quite able to finish the kill. Ame stays alive. Now 11 being forced back.
God, that
BKB lassoing him back in, pulls the spider up onto the cliff, but Matumba Man can get right back off of that as soon as this fire ends. Down he goes as well.
They got to kill that Vision Ward. He's still chilling up. Okay, he likes the view.
Just waiting for the Firefly.
Yeah. All right.
Now push back down.
There you go.
Liquid, they see an opportunity here. There's no lasso right now.
They still
There's
have
no
Aegis
boat
and Cheese.
available.
They could just walk up the ramp.
They're
and take
going
the
for the
rest.
second lane. LGD, tournament lives on the line. Can Liquid take this lane? Is there any sort of a defense being mustered?
DP tries to walk from behind, but Brewmother catch her out. Look at the damage. He got the pop
Maybe.
and goes.
He's got the diffusal blade, surging forward. GH is there with the totem, crushing one, looking for more. Echo committed. He's got 2. 4 have fallen. LGD on the ropes now, and Liquid surging. They want this tower. GG! Liquid has done it. 2-0 over the Titans.
What a masterful draft coming out from Kurogi, just pinning LGD down, 1 pick at a time. And the last pick, Brewmother, you just saw how, LGD were just like, we have to put DP in a safe lane, we have to put Timber. They didn't flat out lose in the lanes, but overall the gaming strategy just didn't go their way. They were pressured the whole game. And finally, that Matumba Man split push is what did them in.
Little mozzarella, little Gouda, little Parmesan.
A lot of
and
cheese.
a big win for Liquid now. They take it 2-0. LGD had a fantastic run, but it seemed like Liquid just so just on top of their game when it came to the draft.
Yeah. A question that was proposed during the panel was, does Liquid have the advantage of moving the drafting phase? We're so focused on GH because he's the all-star, because he's got the Kato, the Wisp, the Shaker, but let's not forget about the Brewmother.
All smiles, all